just kind of giving us a bit of a rundown. But we've got Dallas and Seattle going up against each other now. The Americans going head-to-head. It's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very interesting matchup indeed. We do have some keys to victory to get through for Dallas. Now, again, Dallas had a rough run in Minneapolis. Let's be real, mate. It wasn't great. But their opponents were absolutely brilliant. Let's take a quick look at those keys to victory now for Dallas. And again, Phil, what do you think, though? I mean, you think Dallas can do this? You think they can go all the way?
I think Dallas for sure. However, Seattle, on the other side of things, you know, they didn't have a great time in Minnesota either. You know, their search and destroy was lacking. We saw some keys, obviously, for these to kind of pick up was win their search and destroy. It sounds simple. It is simple. I think Nameless wrote these, so don't judge
he's
me.
not wrong.
But he's winning search and destroy. And you know what? Look at the players that they've got. The likes of Octane, the likes of Karma. This is where they need to focus it. But by all means, enable Slack. They can be hit or miss sometimes at S&D. When these guys are on the right page, they can be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, the other side of the board, though, again, for the Dallas Empire, their game fuel keys to victory. It's going to be something a little different. It's Illy and Shotzi, mate. What happened to them, Phil, in Minneapolis?
I mean, people will look at kind of inexperience, but you look at the likes of Shotzi. This guy's a world champion in his own right. Illy, obviously very young, you know, coming into a team, but the players that they're surrounded by, the likes of Krim, the likes of Clay, they can succeed, they will succeed. I've backed this team from the very beginning, and I can see these guys going the whole way. Dallas, they're a very, very strong team. They had two tough opponents in Minnesota, but I expect them to bounce back today.
Fingers crossed they can indeed. Well, friends, now we have our maps and modes presented by the US Air Force. This is going to be the series ahead of us. It's going to be a double dosage of Gun Runner for the Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. Then we're going to be hitting up the double Petrograd for the Dom and the Hardpoint if we need it. Last map will be an Arklov Peak Search and Destroy. I hope we get it, because let's face it, Seattle really do enjoy those Game 5s. Got to see that Search and Destroy win for Seattle if they're going to find any victory here. But again, that's a really tough ask when they come up against Dallas. I mean, they took the Search and Destroy there off of the Huntsman. They may have had a tough run against Atlanta when it came to the Search. But Seattle, if there's any way to demonstrate that they've learned what, you know, from their mistakes in Minneapolis, it's right here in London.
I think for both teams, it's all about improvement. You know, we saw both in Minnesota, these guys have poor performances. Yes, we can say, you know, Dallas had a very tough opponent, two tough opponents. Seattle, again, was it just kind of a slow start? For me, it's just kind of seeing who kind of steps up day one here in London. We're into tournament mode. It's very interesting to see. Let's get into it.
Now let's get into it. Frankie, what's happening there on the stage?
Very much, Miles. Now we're about to meet two teams who have everything to prove. The first have an absolute legend in their ranks in the form of Karma. I am, of course, talking about Seattle Surge.
This is huge. This is huge.
Are you serious?
Apathy finds the triple.
Enable! Karma's starting to heat things up. It's the Octane Clinic.
London, give a warm welcome to Seattle Surge! This is what I call a heartbreaker match, because they're going to face a Dallas Empire next, and that team has got Karma's former teammate on it, Crim6, and they used to love each other. It's going to be a different story after this.
Gilbert on the flank, it's going to be Clayster. And Clayster's going to get bumped. Four going to drop three. They're going to get the clear.
You gotta go fast, you gotta go quick, you gotta go that way out!
It's chaos.
One of these teams is going to finally get their first win of the CDL on the books today on this stage in the Copper Box Arena. Miles and Momo, who's it going to be?
Frankie, I honestly couldn't tell you, I really couldn't. I think Empire's got a lot of favorites coming into this one. I think the Search and Destroy is definitely one of their strongest suits, but the respawns, man, where's that going?
I really don't know. I think it's a very, very tough question by all means, but I think Dallas, they have to improve. I'm looking at Shotzi and Illy. It was keys to victory. These are the two young guns we've seen play online so perfectly. I want to see that. I want to see that flair. I want to see that aggression. I'm kind of leaning towards Dallas, but again, am I just looking at those names? Am I looking at that kind of fast-paced action? I'm just ready to get into the hard point.
Yeah, we're very keen. I'm not sure if you can tell, but we're excited to get into this one, friends. For me as well, I mean, this matchup, we talk enough about, Dallas, the way that they played, every map they played against, the toughest opponents possible, which was Chicago and, of course, Atlanta. They had a tough time of things there.
I mean, going forward, obviously, we're going to be playing Gunrunner Hardpoint. We look at Seattle's record already. We see these guys 3-0 in this map mode and combination. So it's going to be interesting, again, why they've picked this, why this has kind of slipped through the choices of the coaches. But Seattle, this is their time to kind of start strong, I feel. Yeah, it's going to be a big, strong start for them. Again, we touched on their Search and Destroy being a very, very weak game mode for them. But they managed to get first bloods a lot of the time, though. I mean, out of the, I think, 15 rounds they had, 11 of those rounds were a first blood. They still managed to lose those pretty rough to Florida. We're going to have a quick scope now, friends, as we roll straight on through, presented to you, of course, by the US Air Force. I mean, so far, there's no CDL points, Phil. They haven't got a single win. I mean, the stats don't look good, but this is the kind of story that we're talking about going into this. Dallas and Surge, they didn't have a great Minnesota. This is the time to step it up, to get some CDL points. Obviously, 10 points for a victory, and what a way to kick it off right now here in game number 2. It's the first of many. Obviously, for you guys at home, we'll be going through a plethora of games, but I'm excited to go into this Gunrunner. I was kind of touching on it there. Seattle, very, very strong on this map and mode combination, so why Dallas have picked it, it must be, again, kind of a confidence thing going forward. All eyes are on Shotzzy and Illy for me, mainly Shotzzy. I want to see this kid go off.
I mean, this is the perfect chance now for Dallas to prove that they are certainly a top 3 team. An opponent like Seattle is going to be a very solid chance for them to shine, find some performance here in the COD League. High expectations for them going into this one. For Seattle, on the other side of the board, though, for them, this is a team made of champions, the dad squad, if you will, but you have to hand it to them. This is a roster that could cause serious damage. I believe this team will become truly incredible before the end of the season. Can they find something special here?
Oh, it certainly can. Like you said, sirs, there's MVPs, there's world champions. But as we kick things off, let's get into the hard point here with Shotzzy. The MP5 in hand, a lot to prove. And we're going to jump into it straight away here, pushing forward, getting amongst the action. Of course, a couple of times ticking down before it is unlocked, but breaking through, he's going to find himself one. Krim, of course, finding an A double, and now we're going to see the kill feed light up, but it does look like Dallas getting their first advantage.
Yeah, solid point. Just to start this one off, again, we'll be focusing quite intently on the eyes of Illy and, of course, Shotzzy as they see them try to redeem themselves after the performance in Minneapolis, but so far, so good. That one very measly point on the board for Dallas there is about to change. Smokes are going to be going through, slacked on your screen. Very, very challenging to try to make a play here onto the hard point. Again, it's a very open space. Slack's going to find one, but again, the crossfire there from Dallas Empire is going to keep the hard point theirs.
Yeah, and this is great from Dallas, because of course, when you're fighting for this middle, keeping it neutral and keeping those points down is very important. What you want to keep your eyes on is that mini-map. Those yellow arrows are just kind of maintaining what they have, and they have that spawn for the next hard point. It's going to be a bit of a money hill for them. So 5-1 right now. This is fantastic for Empire. They've actually taken some of those points. However, on the flank, it's going to be Slack taken down after finding a double. You can Clayster will fall. This is where Dallas, they need to dig those heals in and keep those spawns.
So it was a bit of a dry first hard point, but the second now as we go over towards the depot. I mean, this is already looking great now for the Dallas Empire. Munitions is now popped. We're seeing Cute take care of mid-map controllers. Octane tries to find his way around the flank. Meanwhile, on the front door, the plays are looking now solid as the Seattle Surge have just managed to break in a quick contest. But Cute, though, immediately back into the point, looking to flush these players out, but a great nade there from Apathy is going to take care of him. Clay, next line of defense, as Dallas still try to hold the line.
Yeah, very low scoring, but kind of traditional here. Clay finding a triple. Karma, Apathy, and Slack will fall. Krim's had a great start as well, finding a 5-kill spree already. But you're looking at Shotzzy, 6-5. He's finding his feet. A 5-kill streak here. Make it 6 for Clay. A fan favorite amongst the COD community. Seattle Surge just 1 point on the board. This is again where you're going to see them rotating. They're going to hold that tight line in the middle. They don't want anyone passing. This is where we may see a little bit of a change in momentum, Miles.
Yeah, a really solid start there from the Dallas Empire. Again, after 2 hard points, Clay sitting at 9-2, 6 kills in a row for the gentleman on your screen. Meanwhile, on the other side of the board, though, Enable, 1-7. Not a great look for him. He's managed to get back up to 3, but here we go. Straight over towards the minecarts. And again, a solid setup already there for the Seattle Surge. Shots up now for Octane as he and Slack driving those members of the Empire back. Duke now trying to push in through pipes. And again, that trophy system holding down the line admirably. Smoke's coming through now, and this is going to be the big push from Dallas. They don't have too many numbers there on the point to make this work out, so this is actually going to be quite a staggered push from the Dallas Empire, as Seattle finally managed to get a solid chunk of time.
And this is what they want. They want Octane in long lines of sight here with that assault rifle. That is what he will do! Krim, Hugh, and Shotzzy denied. Illy is going to break through and find a double for himself, and actually, Dallas are scoring for there. But for the first time, we saw Surge break in, take that hard point, and Octane was really locking things down, and that is what he does best. However, it is in the hands of Dallas for 15 seconds. It looks like they're going to take the last couple, and we're going to rotate once more. We're going over to the crates, but Clayster,
wait a minute.
He's on a 10 spree. Let's jump on board with Clay and see exactly what he can do right now. Clay with an MP5, what are you doing?
But he's just picking up anything and everything he can. He's scavenging around for weapons. He's sitting at 13 and 2. That was his 10th kill in a row. What is this? What is he doing? He's managed to get himself into the hard point. Can he find one more kill? There's a player right in front of him. There's out! No! Slacked! Slacked manages to end the run, but who cares? Hughes managed to get himself 5. That's going to be in the 90-point lead now, working out of Seattle. They're looking a little ropey here on Gunrunner.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for Hugh to kind of show us what he's made of, and he's on 14 kills right now. He's leading the lobby, slaying. However, Clayster, 13 and 3. The stats do not lie. Score is about to tick over to triple digits, 99 and counting here for the Dallas Empire. As the battle still goes down on Crates, we need to see more slaying power from Surge. We've got Karma, 7 and 14. Not what you want to see. Not even a second of hardpoint time for Karma or Enable. We need to see things change. We need to see it done now, Miles.
Yeah, it's got to happen sooner rather than later. We came into this map actually thinking that Seattle would have at least an advantage, or at least a solid footing here in the respawns, but so far it ain't really working out. 5 seconds now until the hardpoint will move once again. Things are looking very, very good for Dallas once again. We now go to the very back warehouse. Karma trying to slow the play down from the front. Enable desperately trying to find some entry kills. That's a nice bit of work there with the nade, but now Octane's going to try to make the push from behind. Enable makes his way in. He looks left, he looks right, he dips out. The play's still developing in from behind. This is it. They've managed to punch right through the front door. And they've obviously managed to hold the time for now, but there's still another member of the Dallas Empire just on the outside now, trying to find their way in on towards the hard point for the contest.
Yeah, and I will say this is the best thing that we've seen Surge do here. Break through and now maintain this last 30 seconds. They've got trophies, they've got things to play with here. You're probably going to see maybe a smoke or 2 for a break, but we might see Dallas just give this up. And just a larger look at that mini-map, we're going to see number 2 Shotzi go for it once more. He is going to be denied here. But overall, the slaying power most certainly favoring Dallas. When you look at the overall score, though, we're looking 20 points, 25 points potentially here, but it is being chopped away. Apathy finding a nice double. Karma on your screen, though, looking for that long-range MP5, but it's the close-up battle of Apathy here as he takes down another.
Yeah, solid stuff again from the Empire, but Seattle are managing to drive this one back. Octane low, very ammunition have counted this stage. He's got 19 rounds to finish. That's going to be a very welcome respawn as we go back to the center platform, back into the first hard point. So we now find ourselves in the second set. Seattle with a very solid foothold here in the middle position. We're going to be seeing Empire try to break in through the showers directly in front of the hardpoint. Also trying to break in from the forest, but Karma slowly, surely clawing this team back into this one. Enable finds 2. Karma, wonderful flank. Perfect timing to catch Crim 6 there. Out and about as the clock still ticks in favor of Seattle.
We're seeing Octane do what he does best, and that's pick up kills and maintain that hard point as well. 10 points in it right now, and I can't believe I'm saying that. When you got Huka plus 10, you got Clayster double positive. Overall, the slaying power is there, but we are, of course, fighting for this middle. And with 15 seconds, we look again to that mini-map. We see who is controlling those spawns. Illy's just find himself a triple. Karma finds a double to bite back, but Dallas will still have these spawns going into the next rotation, and that is what they want. They're going to be able to hold this, but are they going to be able to hold it as long as they did last time?
Again, looking at that minimap, you see that strong line of little golden arrows just facing away from the depot as we go into it once again. Dallas with those strong rotations, Dallas with the map awareness, but here comes Karma, here comes Enable. Octane's now trying to find his way forward, stuns are through. Can they find the entry kills now? Up and top from the window, tagged up from behind. Brilliant awareness there from Dallas. They will hold. It's a 3 down now for Seattle. Solid chunk of time once again for Dallas. This is looking absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Karma trying to be sneaky there, going up and about, but he's going to be taken down. It's going to be Illy again. We saw him pick up a triple, and he's going to find another 3-piece there, followed by Crim and Shotzi. It's a clean sweep here for Dallas as they're about to breach 150. Currently contested, though, 1 player in it. It's Illy once more. He's going on a bit of a streak. 5 for him, 3 for Shotzi. Crim 6 on a double as well. But Illy and Shotzi, again, we talked about these players. We wanted to see Shotzi finally going down after a 4-kill streak. But for me, Illy, it's that objective time you want to see as well. Over 1 minute and 15 now in the hill, really putting it in for his team.
At 166 now, leading the way. Again, the rotation's looking great. Hughes first in, lively bit of work there. Karma's going to clean him up, and again, trying to find that hard point as soon as it flips over. We go back towards the mine entrance. Crim 6, though, walks straight past Slack. Slack managed to catch these players in off spawn. Crim's there, but is it too late? You have got Seattle in control for the time being. I mean, the kills department is not necessarily that flashy, but things are looking great for them. They've got a lot of work to do here, though, to get back into this one. The close spawns for the Dallas Empire is going to allow them to get into the fight very, very quickly, but is it going to be enough? Nice kill there from Clay, just on the tippity top of the head there of course, Enable as he goes down, but the line is still being held by Seattle.
The spawn's great to have. However, when you're fighting through and you've got trophy systems, you've got the likes of Octane sat on a power position like that that with an M4 in his hand. It's so hard to break through. Octane's running out of ammo, for goodness sake. This guy, 5 kill streak, 23 kills to his name, and a minute 40, the most objective time in the lobby. And the fighting back here, only 10 seconds left, and Octane soaking it all up. He's having a good time. He's having a fun time. And he's got an MP5 in his back pocket. Let's see what he can do with this too.
He's going to need it. Here comes the remainder of the surge. They are going to get on point, but again, a great bit of work there done on the hard point. Seattle just in a little too late, but they do have shipping containers now completely controlled. So let's see how they go. Karma with a nice 3-piece there as Apathy finds the kills as well. Slacked, he's going to be trying to get the majority of this hill time.
Yeah, just want to talk about Karma as well. You know, he was very heavily negative starting off here. He's only -4 now. He's really starting to step it up. We see him get a triple just to kind of hold this hard point over by the crates. But this again is one we might see go back and forth on your screen. Karma will find one, will find Clayster. Takes damage, but he's okay. 7 bullets in the chamber. Might want to reload. The stun's going to connect, and Shotzi's going to break through, but Enable and Slack now getting in the mix, and my goodness, it is MP5s everywhere. 20 seconds left on the hard point. We might see a lead change. We might see Seattle take over, and yes, we will. They're going to hold this hard point, and Dallas, are they in trouble? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're looking at these stats. Shotzi, 23-26, he's looking a lot better. 21 and 21 for Illy. So far, so good. Is this the turnaround that Dallas needed? With a slight lead now for Seattle. The next rotation coming up. Clay's going to get dropped as Apathy now trying to lead that charge. We go once again back over to the warehouse, and once again, we do see Dallas in control. Is the break going to be clean from Seattle?
Well, that's it. Seattle obviously broke through first time. Can they do it again? Are they going to be able to do it twice? Will Dallas learn their lesson? I will say you're hearing Damon's name echo through the copper box now. Obviously a fan favorite as well, but Dallas holding on here. Time ticking away. They're trying to find themselves that all-important 200.
Slacked. Far right-hand side of the map now as he tries to make his way through mine entrance. Solid cover fire. The hip fire from up top makes it way through. It's not going to be enough though, and once again, Dallas will hold the line. 208 now and climbing. Great bit of work. We are going to go back towards the middle of the map. There is going to be a solid piece of control now though from Seattle as they have managed to buy that time, but Krim, he's going to buy back immediately onto the point, finding one in the middle. The shots are there. He can't get Karma. His old teammate just gives him a little bit of vengeance. It's now 220. It's going to be 30 points for the win here on the first map.
Yeah, we're going to see another rotation go through, and don't get me wrong here. Dallas can end it on the next one, but Seattle should be set up pretty nicely here. You've got Apathy set down low in the crates. However, Shotzi trying to break on through. Will find one. Illy and Hugh do drop. Shotzi finds another, finds himself on a bit of a streak, but he's going to be taken down from behind. It's going to be Octane, and we're going right back to the middle here. It's a very dangerous game because Seattle technically have those spawns, but look at your minimap. You've got one player being sneaky, going right round the back here and not playing for this middle hard point. I love that play, Miles.
It's going to be Illy. Illy's going to be the play to make that one. Top right-hand side of the minimap as he creeps through. There's not enough time here on the hard point. I mean, if Dallas can deal the damage here, they can win it. But at the same time, they're setting themselves up for absolute glory on the next hard point. Octane doing the very best he can to keep these players off. Who's going to find it? But it's this man on your screen. It's Illy. He's got slacked. He may well have the next hard point wrapped up if they don't win it here. I don't think they have enough time, but Dallas, they've set themselves up to find map 1.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with 10 seconds left, it looks like Dallas are going to take this, and Illy, the thorn in the side of Seattle Surge right now. He's going to get a long-range MP5 shot. Apathy next, but Karma and Apathy will double team, and Seattle will hold here as the rotation goes down. We've got one more in the back. It's the man Shotzi. He's going to be denied. Contest will come through, but it looks like Surge still in control. We've got a game on our hands, Miles.
It's got to be perfect. It has to be so perfect at 247 points now. Dallas only need a matter of seconds on the point to get the win. The defensive hold has got to be immaculate. They cannot win it here. So Seattle have to get every second of hard point time and win the next rotation. What do you do if you're Dallas? Do you fight for the point and try and make those cheeky kills, or do you go for the next one?
You've got 3 points, you need one break, and this could be it. Octane will deny another double kill for Octane. Locking himself down. Krim's gonna slide on in, find himself a contest, but Enable kicking things off. A 5 kill spree. You see the kill feed, all Seattle Surgeon at this point, Miles. With 20 seconds left, maybe a rotation. The contest comes in. One's in there.
There it is.
It's Illy. Illy's found himself a double, and he's gonna find himself the last 3 points for Dallas Empire. The Undertaker himself.
Back from the dead. Dallas take map 1. And I will say, Seattle, moments of greatness, moments of magic, but not quite enough. They needed some of that, good special sauce to begin the series with, but can't be too disappointed if you're Dallas.
I will say, that last play was absolutely fantastic. The scuff play of the game, of course, will be shown. It's got to be Illy, that final one, just to sneak on in. If you look how close this is, the minimap's so important. He's the only one in here. He finds that all-important double. They only needed 3 points, Miles, and you outlined it perfectly. Do you rotate at that point with 20 seconds left? A very ballsy play by Illy.
Exciting stuff. Again, if you are a Dallas fan, not a bad scene to be in. Bit of a surprise, I think, for some. I think the Seattle fans were certainly looking to take the respawns because now they put themselves in a very tough situation where you now have to win the search. You've got to win the next hardpoint and the Dom.
Yeah. Is
that even possible right now for Seattle? Are they in a good enough form where that's even a possibility?
I mean, most certainly, we need to see a strong improvement on their search and destroy. However, going into that, I think Surge's record on Gunner and Hardpoint was very good anyway. But for Dallas to come out here and make their mark, that's kind of the confidence that they needed for the likes of Illy and Shotzzy, I feel. Now that's where the vibes are flowing. Are the vibes flowing right now on your screen? I don't think so. There's experience there. They can put a map behind the Miles. They can move on to a search and destroy, and they can go forward and just kind of forget this, which is really nice to see. However, you know, experience can only take you so far.
Yeah, I mean, and when you speak of experience, I mean, both of these teams, I mean, some of the most experienced players in the entire league.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a real heavyweight bout right now, especially when it comes to, you know, the accolades these players have. But I mean, right now, both of them sitting at no wins thus far in the COD League. They're both sitting on no points. After this one, of course, we will be awarding points to someone. Who will it be, though, Phil? I think still, if you're a Dallas fan, it has to be said they're looking fine. And after that big win there on the first hard point, shaky at times, but ultimately the right decisions were made. Illy and Shotzzy, confidence. You brought it up a moment ago. After Minnesota, I mean, there was a lot of criticism, and I'm not sure, as we've touched on this somewhat before, is the COD community, you know, social media can be a little rough. I wonder how well those players took that criticism.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough, especially when you're that young, but the likes of Shotzzy, obviously, he has already experienced elsewhere. For me, Illy is one of these players for the past 3, 4, 5 years that's been dominating in Search and Destroy Online. He is an awesome Search and Destroy player. We just need to see it put to play. So again, I'm looking at that individual to kind of step it up, to push forward, and again, he's got the right players around him. It's only a matter of time before it clicks. But you're not going up against some amateur team, Miles. You're going up against the likes of Octane, the likes of the 3 rings that is Karma. It's a very, very tough ask. This is not an easy game by any way. But again, I was leaning towards Dallas going into this. I think it was a very short space of time for Seattle to kind of improve heavily. I mean, change something, baby. Change your seat.
That's it. Is that the upgrade right there? That's it. Slack now, he's changed the chair. Is that the secret to success?
I don't know. I'll take that chair, though, if it's going free.
It's definitely not going free.
No?
No, I mean, it'll be going to Atlanta.
Right now, I just want to, you know, sit
you want to chat right now?
Put my feet up, enjoy. It's a great game, Miles. I'm having fun.
Coming up next, it is going to be Search and Destroy. We're going to be sticking it out on Gunrunner. Oh, London, it's only Saturday. We've got a long day ahead of us. And, of course, Championship Sunday tomorrow. Empire, again, as we go into the Search and Destroy, their record thus far is not so bad. I mean, they did take the hands from Atlanta, but they do have a very, very solid hold against the players of the Chicago Huntsmen. Now, will they be able to do it to Seattle? In theory, totally. In theory, Seattle, but it's London. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Will they find the success here, Phil?
I mean, you look at individuals like Octane. You know, last time he was here in the Copper Box, he was not only winning, he was holding that MVP trophy in front of the incredible crowd that is London, and I'm sure he wants a repeat performance of that. Octane is an amazing player. But going into Search and Destroy, I want to keep my eyes on Enable, on Slack, you know, these entry players, the ones that are going to get up close and personal. However, like you said, Miles, we're sticking on Gunrunner. Are we going to see Seattle bite back here, make us have a game? Or Dallas just going to kind of steamroll this one?
Oh, they could do. I mean, here's one of the biggest problems that Seattle face. In Minneapolis, they had literally nothing in the mid-game from Search and Destroy. Their openers were fine. Again, the First Bloods, look to see them repeat that success here against Dallas. Let's see if they can make some mid-round adaptations after they manage to get those First Bloods, after the plan maybe doesn't work out. Illy, we know which direction he's going.
Oh, he knows, trust me. Just go in a different route. However, one thing I will say, going into Gunrunner Search and Destroy, you're going to see a lot of attacking movement towards the B-bomb side. We see something towards A, it'll be a little bit different. We'll outline that for you, but of course, 1 life each. First to 6 rounds is pretty simple, but on your screen is that man Shotzzy, MP5 in hand, and he's found himself a nice little filing cabinet. Taxes are coming up, of course, but that'll have to wait till after.
Illy watching over the A site now. Long line of sight there to put that M4 to work. Hugh. Close. It's going to smoke up. Just try to bait out these kills. The bomb's now going to be going down very, very quickly there at B. Uh-oh. Hello, it's Hugh. Oh, Hugh's managed to find one. Shotzzy's going to get the back up there, and the second kill goes his way as well. And this is great. Seattle, you're down by 2. What do you do?
Well, it's going to be a difficult one here as you've given up the bomb site completely. The bomb is down, however, Octane and Slack, they've just turned the tables here, and now all down to the young guns that is Illy and Hugh, of course, outlining Illy as one of those search and destroy players to watch, and now he's back in favor of Dallas, 2-1. All eyes on Enable.
Illy watching over the site. Enable, unable to find the kill. He's jumping right back out. Oh, he's just gone and double dipped. He really shouldn't have done that. That's bad. Man has 10 seconds, though. They are going to be able to get the defuse. Enable's going to jump this at the right time. Enable, big shots. That's big. He's managed to get it.
Yeah, he's managed to get the important kill, Miles, and the defuse will not come in. That's all he needed. I will say the bait and switch was there. It was beautiful from Duke and Illy, but perfect timing from Enable there. And again, securing that first round. It was back and forth. It was advantage Seattle, advantage Dallas. But it all came down to this all-important kill.
He really, he faffed about on the first 1v1.
Yeah.
But when it really mattered, that was where Enable found the success. Good stuff. And again, just not able to get that sort of bodyguard play there from Dallas. You have to watch the guy with the bomb, but Enable managed to double back there. He stayed there in green and he got the kill handedly. Round 2, here we go. And we're off once again. No snipes for either side. We have seen a couple of snipes here on Gunrunner, watching towards that B site, watching towards the forest, but Octane's going to opt around the M4 in that position.
Yeah, and one of those snipers, of course, obviously Octane is I was going to say known for kind of pulling it out on this map. We've seen him once do it, Miles, but I'm putting the stamp on it. Karma slacked, drawing the first blood, and Seattle were good at that, and it looks like one apiece here for Karma slacked and Octane. Apathy's joined the party, and it's all up to Mr. Crimsix. And I will say, he's great. He's won a lot of tournaments, but that's a tough ass, you know?
That was a tough one. Hey, man, I was slagging Seattle all the way there. These have been a very, very good 2 rounds.
I will say, obviously, going into this, you talked about it. The first blood from Seattle Surge, they had 11 of the 15 or something that it was through Minnesota, but they were losing these rounds.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're still getting those first bloods, but maybe capitalizing on it a little bit better. We see 3 for Octane, 3 for Slacked. That round was Surge. Dominant fashion here. Are we going to see something different? I did say you'll see a lot of attacking towards B. This is something different. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this is an all-in on A. A site is going to be absolutely overrun. There's going to be a little bit of a tussle in the pipe room. Illy, though, is going to get the first spot there on Slack. Oh, he finds a second one on a Karma. That's disgusting. And with that, now you're in a very, very tough spot. The play has been slowed now for Seattle. How will they react? They didn't get the first blood, and now they're down a man.
Has fallen, as does Illy now. Illy was the lone wolf at the back of A. We saw obviously on the previous defensive round, he just, bombs it right to the back here. He did find himself a double, but it's all tied up at a 3-3. Minute 20 on the clock, and Crimsix finds one on Apathy. Shot in the back there. Octane's going to find himself a wild Huke on the loose. And Huke there, testing the range here. Q5 is going to connect with a Semtex, and just like that, it's the double team from Dallas.
Hey, what an assist.
Finds himself a round.
What an assist. That nade right over the top.
Top pocket.
Easy pickings for Clayster. Without the superhuman play there of Illy to win that 2-piece there, right in the top corner of A, that round would have been very, very different for Dallas. And they're getting themselves on the board now at 2-1. We love to see it. What kind of adaptation now will we see from Dallas on the offensive? And oh, we're already seeing it on screen. Illy, what have you got, mate? Put on a show for London. Actually, snipes for both sides. Octane's got one as well. Wait a minute.
Octane has, but it's all about Clayster. He's found himself an easy double, and just like that, that's when the sniper's kind of nullified, as now you're thinking, hang on a second, I need to regroup with the squad. Seattle in the top position. Those 2 kills, by the way, were top train. Huke out-positions Octane, out-positions Karma, and just like that, we saw a dominant Surge round, and now we're seeing it right back from Dallas. All up to Apathy, as he finds 1. Only 4 to go.
Mate, only 4 to go. Apathy can do it. 1v5 is not impossible, but there's a lot of eyes trailed on him, and that's going to be another round. Dallas 2 in a row. That's going to even the playing field for now. We got all excited about those snipes. They didn't matter, not in the slightest.
Hopefully we see more. Hopefully we see those snipers come into play. Interesting to see Illy pull it out as well. Of course, we've seen Octane previously pull this out, and Illy looking to counter that one. Are we going to see the same, though? Yes, we are.
Illy once again running the AX50 on the other side of the board as well. It was Octane in the previous round. We'll be putting it away for here.
Octane, from what we've seen, obviously likes to do it on more of the defensive side, go towards B in those crates. Oh my goodness, what a little slither. A slice that he sees right through the building there.
Hukes once again putting himself in these incredible positions, just parks himself up in a corner, lets these players run around him and just uses his ears as much as he can. Karma's right on the other side. Dead silence play now. Huke goes down, enable. That's really big. That's a huge kill to save Karma and potentially stop that dead silence run from happening. Shotzzy though, just sitting in the corner. Pipes, second player there, not able to get the 180 on him, but that's a nice trade. It's going to be a 4 and make it 3v3 right now.
This is where you've got to be quiet again. Not every player will have that dead silence. We'll outline it when it is popped for you guys at home. All tied up though, 2-2. Stun goes out, will connect on Clayster. How does Enable act to this one? It looks like his team rotating towards B. We've got the bomb carrier, however, going towards Cole.
Slacked, able to defend the office just for the time being. Oh, he does get another one. Can he find the third? The other player down by water. That's 2 dead silence invested there. And Enable is actually going to be able to find the kills, and the players rotating around the outside. Seattle, wonderful comms there. Heroics from Slacked. Those 2 kills there in the office room. I mean, that opens the round up.
And again, right to the start of the round, we saw Enable pick up that first kill. Taken down Huke, who was on that flank trying to pick out one of the players. We see Surge get another first blood. And again, something works so beautifully, but sometimes it can all just crumble. Slack, though, we're looking to get aggressive potentially on this defense. We've seen some teams, of course, kind of hold back at the crates. Some kind of take it by storm and push through that. We saw the Mutineers do that previously. Anyway. Sniper in hand for Octane.
Here we go, Octane. He's just going to be watching Forest side, but there's no one actually going to be there. The bomb is making its way very, very close. Apathy's in a position to maybe pop out and catch that player, but with mid being covered right now by Dallas, it's a dangerous position to be in. A single spot here would be very important, but got to watch out though. Huke on that top awning as the bomb goes down. There's Shotzzy. Octane's going to back on up. The pistol's not going to be a whole lot of use at close range there. You have something like Shotzzy making his way forward, but oh boy. Position now. Maybe get the flick. That Crim's going to get it done. Lovely positioning. Smokes there on the bomb. As the defense is holding for now, but it's going to be a 4-on-3 as Dallas is starting to look a little ropey.
And this is where you got to look at the time. 25 seconds left on the clock. To get that defuse, you need the 7.5. Karma's Slack, though, last to pick up those kills. The next one could be a game-changing one. Crim goes down. We're going to see a double for Apathy. And it's all up to just one Apathy with the triple. And Slack managed to stall the diffuse away, but Apathy, like a proud father he is, just looking over, making sure he's doing it all right.
Yeah, make sure you press, what, 6, 7, what is it? I forget
you okay
what it is.
there, Josiah? You good?
Great run. Great run from Apathy. We are going to get treated to it. 1, 2, 3. Huke couldn't get out in time. Lovely shots as Apathy and Slacked managed to secure that round there. And that's going to be 4-2. Seattle starting to come alive. And what did we say? They absolutely bloody had to win the Search and Destroy. And they're managing to turn it around. What a transformation. They were shocking in Minneapolis, weren't they? Jesus.
Wasn't the best performance, Miles. There's different ways of saying things, but I completely understand what you mean. And as we jump into round number 7 here, another 2 minutes on the clock. Smoke's going down from both teams, it looks like. Clayster will be able to breach the first blood, though, and this time it's going to go to Dallas. 7 kills for Huke already. He started off so strong, 3-0. I mean, Karma has the bomb.
Dude, Apathy just ran through like 3 smokes. You couldn't see a single thing. He was just feeling his way through that one, and now Slacked creeping towards that site. There's only one member of Dallas on the other side of these containers. Big shots. He's going to get it done there as Huke does the covering fire. Wonderful work there, Karma, on the immediate trade. Wonderful work again from Karma to keep the play alive, and this is going to be now a 3 versus 3. As Damon Barlow looks to arm the bomb. Oh, Clayster. That's a dead silence play just on the other side of the crates. Karma's got to play this very slowly, very sensibly, or he will find Clay right next to him.
Tense moments here.
Uh-oh, Apathy.
Apathy. It's a regroup. It's got to be a trade at least. Clayster does find one. That's the best he could have hoped for. But it looks like we've got a player pushing through the boiler room. And now Surge have regathered the bomb. It's going to be in the hands of Apathy. With 50 seconds left. This is where we may see a plant here. Oh my goodness. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. He's got...
Apathy had a player above him from Illy, and again, it was just 5 kills now in a row for Apathy. Shotzzy now in a 1v2 situation, tags up, not able to get it done. I mean, he was hoping to find something miraculous there as he charged forward, but I mean, 5-2 now. This is map point for Seattle Surge in the Search and Destroy.
Potentially the last round here as Seattle looking to take the first map for themselves in London. Of course, if you just missed it, the Hardpoint, of course, very close game. It was on Gunrunner. Dallas, of course, took that one. So great performances from the likes of Clayster, I believe, hitting 10, maybe 11 kills in a row. Right now, though, he's got 7 to his name as we jump into round number 8. Are we going to see the same old, deep push? It looks likely. Apathy He's going to be defending A, but let's get into the action as Optic get hit by the brace. A laser-like shot sometimes with the M4 as he nicely glides away. Karma finds the first blood again for Seattle. So strong, but the miss down.
I mean, this is important now, timing 4. But with the bomb down, you're going to be forcing the play from Seattle as they have to try to make the retake happen. But it's a very, very powerful flank from Seattle. Watch that rear. They're going to be coming right through pipes. It's a 3-man push. Right through the middle. Crim's going to find one, immediately traded out. Lovely bit of work. Shotzzy and Nilly, though, they're going to level the playing field as best they can. It's now a 2 versus 3. Dallas with the advantage. 22 seconds on the bomb. They've got to get a little closer. Slacked is going to be the player to really watch out for at this point in time. Big nade. Great work. Dallas Empire managed to secure that. 5-3. They're still in trouble, but it is not over yet.
Yeah, it was actually Illy again. I think it's this kill cam that you saw there. Finds one long-range MP5. Completely Slacked. I believe his teammate would have cleaned him up anyway. But Illy, again, search and destroy. This is something that's in his blood, it feels like. And he's finding his feet here on the main 5-3. This is doable here. Dallas, though, can they close that gap even more? They cannot slip up once.
Here we go. One more round. This is all they need. Big start from Illy. As the shots come through, that first blood's huge. Can Dallas keep going, though? Place is going to find another kill. I mean, this is also very, very important work. The bomb in the hands of Karma as he just etches his way towards A.
And I like this play from Seattle again. You know, you've lost full control of B. This is where you kind of dictate the pace, and they're pushing the bomb towards A. You've got Apathy, probably the most important player for Seattle right now. He's trying to cut pretty much half the map off here. Though does have a line of sight. Who's going to be the one to spot him first? Of course, Dead Silence is not always available. Tippy-toeing around. It's going to be Clayster. Apathy does bite back, but he's so weak. He's back in the window, and he's looking away. It looks like his teammate is going to fall. It's all up to Apathy now against 3 of the Empire here. A minute on the clock. Not a hope, not a prayer as Dallas get another round on the board, closing that gap round by round.
Not like this, Seattle. Not like this. One round at a time, and again, it's just slow and steady. It's nothing special. It's nothing too flashy from anybody there on Dallas. Just solid teamwork, covering each other's pushes, making sure the trades are there, and this is another round to the good. Dallas, one more to tie it up. Here we go. Snipes up for Illy. We haven't seen too many snipe kills, any, I believe, this map so far.
I don't think we've seen any. We've seen it come out a few times, but of course, it's been put away or it's been changed. It hasn't connected here. A lot of grenades to kick things off. First blood, though. Which way will, of course, we've seen how important it can be. It looks like a strong defense here from Seattle over by B, but that's where we're putting the bomb down, and we by Dallas. Time ticks away. The concussion will connect and Slack push through. Nice perfection. Nice point from Illy. Illy as he picks up the kill. Huke finds one on off screen. And again, it looks like the Empire have the advantage both in numbers and the bomb going down. The kill feed all yellow, all up to just one. And that one's out. We go into round 11, Miles.
Not like this! Round 11. Mate, the positioning there was absolutely, it was perfect. It was perfect from the eye. I mean, they sit back green, you pin everyone there from Seattle in crates. They do a single thing. They just had to run into the guns, and Huke's going to hit the flank. I mean, it's just a kill box. There was nothing they could do whatsoever. And now, round 11, Seattle not like this. Come on. You were doing so well.
Seattle fans, by all means, they've been through it already. Minnesota for search and destroy. We get another round 11. Huke, double digits, 10 kills to his name. As we go into one, it looks like a pretty standard gun running attack here. Snipes around, Shotzzy gets the first blood. Semtech goes out, that could connect here. Sniper in the hands of Illy. He's not going to find anything just yet, but it looks like the gunfight going down a little closer.
Oh, C6. Crim playing. Oh no, it's just starting to get away from them. There's only 2 members now of Seattle left. It's all on the Slacked. No, it's not happening. It's gonna happen. No, Slacked has got a chance now. 1 kill, but they're gonna hound him down. And Dallas close it out like that. You have to be happy. The elation on stage. 2-0 in the series, but honestly, the lead they had there in the search and destroy, Seattle should have had it.
Incredible stuff so far, of course, from Dallas. A huge, huge comeback here, and you can see how happy they are. Of course, you got the sub Tommy, a fan favorite back home here in London, but the surge, they started so strong, and it all just fell apart.
It did indeed fall apart, and there we go.
is Illy and Hugh, of course, outlining Illy as one of those search and destroy players to watch, and now he's back in favor of Dallas, 2-1.
Tournament audio and team chat listen-ins are brought to you by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix-amp of the Call of Duty League. The US Army, what's your warrior? The United States Air Force, learn more at airforce.com. PlayStation 4, the official platform partner of the Call of Duty League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the COD League. We're here in London. We're currently 2 maps down in our series so far, and the Dallas Empire are looking absolutely brilliant. I have to say it, very, very surprised at the performance from Seattle. Close but no cigar after they lost the first hard point, and then it was a 6-5 in the Search and Destroy. Heroics nonetheless.
I will say, again, both maps, they've been close. You know, you kind of look at the score. If you just joined us, it's 2-0 to Dallas. But you've got to look at Seattle, both in Minnesota, both here. They're pushing teams. They're going to round 11. They're going down to those last important hard points and pushing teams, but it's not enough. They need to capitalize on some of these games.
Again, the magical thing for Seattle is, though, they're just this close to being a great team. But they're not quite there yet. They've still got a little bit of work to do. Nonetheless, Domination come up next. But before we get to that, we have a US Army tactical play. And it is going to be your boy, Enable. In that very first round we saw, he had an absolutely stellar play right there under the bomb to make sure that his team got the round.
Yeah, a 1v2 here, of course, you've got to play this down to the time, and you see the time in the top. 8 seconds. 1 kill is all he needed. That's all he got. However, I will say, that goes wrong, that goes the other way, and we might have seen a different game. But in the end, it's Dallas who kind of come out on top, and they had to make a comeback, though, Miles. It wasn't easy. I think they were down 5-3.
It was, yeah.
or even worse. I'm not too sure there, but it's round after round, and very impressed with the young guns as well for the Empire.
Yeah, solid stuff. And again, now we go into the Domination, our 3rd map in the series. And this one, I mean, we're on St. Petrograd. It's a very, very fast map, extremely quick pace. I mean, this is where you're going to look to see Shotzzy and Illy really redeem themselves. So far, for those in the crowd, for those watching on YouTube that are a little bit, you know, let's be honest, not a little bit, very, very critical of these players. So far, the performance has been solid. This is a new Empire, this is a new Dallas. Things are looking up for them. But can they close it out here in 3? It'd be ideal, obviously. But Phil, do you think they can do it?
For Empire, it's ideal, Miles. Do I think they'll do it? I absolutely think they will. And the reason being, I'm seeing the best Uke that I've seen in quite a while. I will say it wasn't the greatest, obviously, in Minnesota, but, you know, ending the year previously, we wanted more from Hugh. Right now, we're seeing that. Search and Destroy, though, again, look at the KDs individually. 1.83 for both these guys. The first bloods were there for these guys as well. But for me, it was Hugh that really stood out again, because he was the furthest pushed up. He was the one that was getting that important pressure.
Be pressured again. It's nice to see Clay getting just 1 extra, you know, first blood in that. But otherwise, what a performance next to that player on screen there, Hugh. I mean, there's a couple of years between him, but Clay still got it. He hasn't missed a step.
A couple.
He hasn't missed a step, mate. He's still doing great.
Closer to a decade than a couple, but anyway. Hugh, of course, joining this team, you know, previously Hugh was kind of very vocal about how happy he was. Not only the teammates, the team themselves, but the Empire, Dallas, and everyone behind them in the scenes. He feels like he's found a family, and that's what's making him, I think, play better. It's comfortable. Going up against Surge, though, it's no easy task. You're against the likes of Karma, Apathy, Octane. But the game, I believe, is ready as we jump into this one. It's going to be Domination. It's going to be on St. Petro. And I'm looking at them MP5s again. The MP5s to start things off, but the long lanes, of course, we know on Petro. Octane's got to lock that down. Yeah,
he's got to lock that down. But again, keep your eye on Shotzzy and Illy. They're going to be the players to watch here for Empire. A 3-0, this is exactly what you would have expected from a team who sat in everyone's top 3 in the predictions coming into the COD League. Can they live up to the expectations? Can they live up to the hype? A lot of people to prove wrong. That is exactly what Dallas want there. And again, we're only in the group, so a big win now for Dallas would be ideal. That puts Seattle in a very, very tough situation. They're going to absolutely have to win their next map. And if they don't, we will not be seeing them later on in the tournament. Here we go, friends. Domination on St. Petrograd.
Well, here we go. Kicking things off straight away. Shotzzy's going to be laying down the smokes, trying to get, of course, those lanes all taken out. No time for anything but the gameplay here. But as we jump into this, both home flags will be going to either squad. But it's who's going to act first on B. Illy's already found himself a double. And Shotzzy here, he's going to be taken down.
Well, so far, so good for Dallas. They managed to get themselves a little bit of beat, but the kills are now going back the way of everybody now on the likes of the Seattle squad. Hey,
that sounds better.
Clayster trying to get towards C. Very cheeky play, just right on the ramp. Goes all the way down by Riverside, and now doing a bit of work there on the C point. He's going to get the trophy system down, and he's going to stay alive. That's going to be a C cap, and oh boy, Dallas Empire, what a lovely start.
Well, there you go, Clay. Being a bit sneaky, and now he's finding himself looking to find a little hiding spot in the back, but it's going to be the long-range MP5 here, and it's going to be Illy once more. This guy is finding his feet. It took him a little while. All eyes were on him, but it's going to be Clay, Hugh, Illy. Woo! My goodness, that kill feed looks fantastic if you're a Dallas fan.
Well, let's hear from the Dallas squad themselves. Let's have a very quick Astro Gaming listen in with the Dallas Empire. Well, we'll come back to that listening in just a moment. Crim up above us as he does what he can to try to secure back these positions. As A now is in the hands of Seattle. They've finally managed to get themselves something, but it is not looking too great for them at this point in time. Shotzzy starting to light things up. He's having a great run. Actually, at 1-4, he's not having a great run. Clay, though, 5-0, will finally be put to bed there as we see a very, very commanding start for Dallas.
Well, it all started with Clay, and of course the rotations onto C. You see C changing hands now, however, one pushing through the middle is going to try and deny that, but it's going to go back in the hands of Surge. B in the hands, though, of Dallas here, and he's going to try and lock things down on the outside. Clay with the long-range M4. He's got his trophy down and looking to make some ground here, but his teammates are falling, and A is being challenged as we speak here, so we are going to see potentially Clay play a little bit more of an objective role, but Slacks is going to be taken from behind. Easy kill for Clayster as a quick magazine reload, and it's going to be set up as we see Empire striking back. Smoke's going down, and I will say Surge got close there, but it's going to be Crim to try and deny it. Karma, his ex-teammate, is going to find himself a kill shortly after, though, shut down. And we are going to see A and B go back in the hands of Dallas. So far, so good for the Empire.
And we're seeing A now being pulled over by Seattle, which is great stuff. But again, C's going to change hands immediately. A nice piece there from Octane, just trying to keep this push alive. Clay's still sitting out in the back there on A. Stuns are up. What? There was that kill on Illy. He's going to keep the position. C, though, hasn't quite been cleaned up yet. Shotzzy's now still on point. Clay versus Octane right now at the back end of C. But this is big. Clay just comes in from behind. Lovely work. Octane's down. Now we're going to be seeing C contested over slightly more. But again, the spawns here from the members of Seattle able to get on the C. But they have to get on that point. They need more here than just A.
And it's almost a stalemate right now. No one wants to jump on C to try and cap it, because if you are, you're literally putting a target on your back. And we're going to see that straight away from Shotzzy and Clayster. And now, for the first time here, Surge, they're going to wipe out the kill feed. They're going to try and take back C. You see Apathy pushing up and getting aggressive. Reason being, his teammate slacked over by C is going to cap it. And now both home hills are, in fact, in charge of Surge. We're going to see B remain in the hands of Dallas here, but answering back by the train. Illy finding another double.
And we talk about how important B is on almost every single map, you know, just to have that mid-map control. But right now, it doesn't seem to matter whatsoever on Petrograd. Who's going to be sitting up there on top, as A will go back into the hands of Dallas. C, though. Oh, there it is. Big kill from Hugh as he makes his way in towards that C site. What a double. Hugh's got his back. Clay's going to find the kills as well, as B is still now in the hands of the Dallas Empire. Illy, the reinforcements have shown up, though. Octane doing what he can. And this position has been so solid for Dallas. Can they manage to get back on a beat as the neutralization comes through in the end? And Clay's still alive and kicking.
Well, I will say, Illy 15-7. He's got as many kills as 2 players from the Surge combined at any time, but Shotzzy 2-10. Again, we've seen Shotzzy have some great moments. We've had some not so great moments. I want to see more from this guy. MP5 and 2-11, not the way you want to start. I will say, though, Shotzzy has 3 flag captures to his name as well. Objective must be played. You look over to the side of Seattle, though, it's all flag captures right now, though, down by 30.
Now, I will say, for those more astute viewers, you may notice that Shotzzy is doing what Shotzzy does at the moment, which is sadly going 2-12. I mean, a little slow from him, but you cannot fault the progress, and you cannot fault the teamwork that Dallas have got. Kills may not be everything right now. I would love to see his caps, actually. That'd be an interesting stat to bring up at this point in time. Shotzzy actually 3 caps, so he's literally running around the map, just decapping these flags, hitting the neutralizations, doing the work for his squad. Be now in the hands of Seattle. Chance now to get points. All they need to do is just lock down mid-map, let that clock tick in their favor. Can they get it done?
Illy finds another double, as does Hugh. Again, the aggression of these two so strong. And right now, maybe just picking up the slack a little bit from Shotzzy. Broken the slack on the other side of things here. He's trying to make some marks himself. Enable, though. Neutralization on A complete. Now trying to secure it. It's going to be Hugh. Hugh shuts down. Doesn't shut down Enable. Enable snaps onto him. Not only neutralizes he there, captures, but it looks like the Empire pushing and rotating around. They're going to control B and C now. Trophies so important, but that man Illy is not stopping. A is going back in the hands of the Dallas Empire, and it looks like a lot of trouble here because a 3-cap potential is coming through.
Yeah, another triple cap. B, a little bit of tension there as A is Crim's trying to make his way towards it. Can he stop the cap entirely? Goes neutral. Here comes the charge, and Krim, he gets put on his back there by Slacked. What a kill that was. Seattle will get A back for now, but with 20 seconds left in the clock here in the first round, Dallas, you've got to be feeling very, very good about that performance. 19-9 for Illy, 15-5 for Clayster, and there's a lot of caps across the board for everyone on the team.
Yeah, we've got one person trying to neutralize the A flag, and it's not going to come through, but a 5-kill spree for Clayster here. 3 seconds as it counts down. Again, we see Dallas Empire come out strong. We saw this in the Hardpoint. We've seen them take the momentum in Search and Destroy, and then we close out round number 1 in Domination. So strong.
Yeah, we're 1 round away now for a big old win for Dallas, 3-0. That's what the power rankings would have expected. It's what, you know, a lot of the fans are expecting as we go into our last round now, and a solid lead to work with as we flip sides once again. Seattle, it's do or die time now. They will be spawning A side. What have they got in him? Do they watch out for that Clay overextension early on? I mean, are they going to fall for the same tricks twice?
35 points in it, Mouse. This is doable for sure. We talk about Shotzzy, 6-14 on the flip side of certain things. Slacked 6-14 as well. Both players need to step it up.
There we go. Illy on your screen, punches his way through middle, almost able to get the kills, but again, the teamwork is absolutely brilliant. Now, at long last, friends, let's go for a very quick Astro Gaming listen-in with the Dallas Empire.
They might spawn arch.
Yo, one guy push C, I'm pretty sure.
I1.
No, I spawned A. Camp C.
Bust up.
Gate to C, Brim.
There's two on me then.
Yeah, I spawned back in. Get A.
What's here?
Yeah, push you.
Yo, yellow coming out to C. Enable.
I got two.
Enable C.
Yeah, I hear you. There's gonna spawn arches. Fuck, arches. Arch one.
I'm.
Arch one.
Hold B. Hold
Gotta
up.
get him out.
Just hold up.
Nice, let's go.
Good job. You don't have to cap C.
Yeah, no, I don't have to cap anything.
Yo, this one. Oh, double D.
Arches, middle.
Double D, one shot.
Yellow dump. Another guy was yellow dump.
Water street.
Water.
I spawn arches, Clay.
One shot, water free, slacked. One shot, water free, slacked. One shot.
Front down. Regen at this point. Oh yeah, they're two there.
Hold about B.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, two there.
Yo, yellow van, Karma.
Right away.
You heard the comms, solid stuff, and again, the Empire have just taken this one by the horns and absolutely run with it. Neutralizing C. I mean, Dallas, what are you going to do now if you Seattle? You just you do absolutely everything you can for, but at some point this is going to become mathematically impossible for the win for Seattle.
Again, right now it's still possible, but Dallas, they're just kind of rotating at the perfect time. They're making the kills and the important plays, and the reason that they can do that is they have this lead. They've given themselves this lead, and right now they don't have to push for B. They don't have to make any moves. They can sit back, pick up the kills. However, C is important, a little slippery. Snake is apathy. Good night is a headshot for Clay, is a headshot for Krim. We are going to see the pressure being put on, but as this time ticks down and this one flag apiece, this just favors Dallas all day long, baby.
You're going to watch Shoot just run circles now around B, try to find his kills. Again, all they have to do is just keep this hold, just make sure that the points work in their favor. And solid stuff, though, from Seattle, who's trying to get back in the mid. Clay locking down that tram side of the map. Big shots again. Slacked is going to be pushing up next, but is it going to be good? No, Slack's going to get the kill. That's lovely work from Seattle. Now with mid-map control, now they're getting towards B, but no one's there because Illy's once again held the line. He's there alone, but he's doing the best he possibly can. Again, the spawns now sitting down towards the bottom of the map there for the members of Dallas. They do have a solid mid-hold, but look, they've kept B safe. No one has managed to get on top of B. Dallas have still got an absolute iron grip on this game.
One thing I will say, talking about iron grips, Clay's 26-9. A force to be reckoned with, and I tell you what, Shotzzy might be 11-21, but right now all he needs to do is keep this pressure up, keep pushing forward. Still being that objective player here, but so is everyone else, putting names onto B. This is going to be Seattle trying to get that 100 points, and they are going to capture B. It's important, and they're picking up the kills. So again, this could be the start of something special here. With a 2-cap, you're getting that 12 points every minute here. They're down by, what, 40? So it's going to be close. I think they need a little more, Miles.
It's not over yet. Octane's starting to heat things up. We saw Huke take clean care of Karma a moment ago, but 144 to 170 now. A's been taken care of on the neutralize. We do have a member of Seattle there on the point, going for the grab. Krim, is he able to get these players off C? Not just yet. There it is. C being made neutral. Now we get into the C capture. A being made neutral. Seattle starting to come alive, and this is good. If Enable can find that kill on a Huke there and take care of A, which he does, and lovely work from there from Dallas. this could well and truly be a little bit more favorable for Seattle.
But even those small 5-10 seconds there where it's a 2-cap, you're really putting your team in a good position. Karma's looking to play a bit of parkour over here as he's finding Clayster running by. The communication should be flowing, but the kill feed is all yellow. Clayster, Illy, Hugh. This is potentially where they can recap B. They've neutralized it, and that is okay with them. You see them neutralize it and get the hell off of it. They don't need it. Perfect play here from Dallas. However, kill feeds back and forth, and it's all important. Hugh's going to go down. Apathy with a triple onto B. And actually, Enable, he's found himself neutralizing A, and we're seeing a very important play here from Seattle as they take charge.
Oh, Enable's still good, though. Clay finally gets on the net, and he's going to make A his, but this has been very, very decent work there from Seattle. Big kills again. Karma finding 2 there as they make A safe, and that's going to be a trip cap for the time being. Can they get somebody on top of it? Karma, once again, just on an absolute rampage right now. He's still going. They will get the cap. Oh, they lined up for him!
Whoa!
They lined up for him. He could only get the 1, but still, at 130, A is finally going to go down.
This is possible. A is going hands of Dallas. However, they need to push forward. They need to be aggressive right now. There's only 60 seconds left on the clock. I think Seattle, they need to push for a decap on A. They need to be the aggressor. Dallas are going to put their heels deep, deep in the ground now. Hugh finds a double. You see the green arrows pushing through. A neutralization could be enough here. Octane finds one. A quick recharge there. We are going to see Clayster find another back and forward. This is okay right now here, but the time is ticking. 45 seconds left on the clock, Miles.
That's a huge kill there from Illy there to get the play in, and Apathy now he's trying to get on point as well. They're not going to be able to grab A. They have a tiny little bit of that Seattle slither on top, but it's not going to be enough. Crim trying to watch mid-map. Phil, do the maths, brother. Is it even possible with 30 seconds left?
They need a triple cap. They need it now. You look at the mini-map, and A is all Dallas's, and they're actually trying to cut lanes off. You see the desperation coming through from Seattle, pushing through. Hugh finds a nice, easy triple, and Illy, he's sat back. He's got his feet up and is laughing all the way to potentially the next game here as 163 to 156. Time is not on the favor of Seattle, and Dallas are looking so strong. Clayster in particular, 30 kills and 15 deaths. Make that 31 here as the time ticks away. Dallas Empire, too strong for the Surge.
3-0. Dallas show up and take care of business in that first game. You got to be so happy with that performance. They're going to be so relieved. A team that they would have expected to beat, a team that the fans expect them to beat, and they get the job done in a big way. 3-0. But hey, you said it in the previous matchup, Phil. At the end of the day, those maps were extremely close. You know, you cannot take anything away from Seattle. A couple of mistakes here or there, a little bit of fine-tuning, and what a transformation, man. What a transformation from how they played in Minnesota.
I mean, that's it. We talk about how much a team can transform, and you can only judge it so much. You know, yes, they beat Surge, and then you start looking at these weird triangles of who's beat who, but the most important thing right now is that's Dallas's first domination win. It's in the bank, and they're feeling good. They must be feeling good after that one. I will say, throughout the whole series, Illy was incredible. Illy was, for me, one of the players that really stood out, but again, at the very end, that domination. Clayster, he looks hot, man.
Yeah, one point Clayster was like 28-9 or something. I don't know exactly what he finished on, but huge bit of work there from Clay.
I think he was double positive with over 30 kills.
Yeah, insane. I mean, he went on a 10 spree in the first Hardpoint. Brilliant work there from Dallas. Where do you go now, though, if you're Seattle? You're like, okay, well, we could have won a few search and destroy rounds. It comes down to round 11. It's very difficult to make those game adjustments. They did a huge amount of work to improve the game overall, but I mean, when it comes to Hardpoint, are you hitting earlier rotations, especially on Gunrunner?
I think the Hardpoint, there was a problem in the slaying side of things. However, going into Domination, I saw great things in the second half from them, but it was just kind of too late. It was almost like they were constantly fighting back, and the ironic thing was in Search and Destroy was the one mode where they weren't fighting back, but they let Dallas bite back, and they let them do it round after round after round.
Well, that's all from Miles and my up here. Frankie is on stage with Clayster.
It's time for your instant reaction presented by PlayStation. I gotta nab Clayster after that one because that performance and domination, well, you really spoiled Seattle Surge's unbeaten record on that map. Unfortunately, they took the L again. Talk to me about your team pulling together after Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, we had a really tough launch weekend in Minnesota, especially, you know, with the rookies on the team to play two of the best teams in the game and some of the most veteran and championship players. Like, it's a really tough 2 matches. So we just went back to the drawing board, knew we didn't have to change too much, and just kind of came together. And, you know, we showed it here, you know, 3-0.
What changed in S&D, though? Because you did have to switch it up a little bit because Apathy was coming to spoil your day.
Yeah, we had watched some film on them, and we kind of knew how they played that map, and we're just we knew what they were doing, and we were still letting them do it. And so eventually, once they got to 5 rounds, I was like, yo, stop letting this guy flank us from pipes. And once we started picking it up, we started taking rounds. We decided to be a little more aggressive, too, because we were kind of playing back defensively a little bit. And we're like, yo, we have 3 of the best Surge players on our team. Let's let them go, like, take the leash off them, let them go. And, you know, it showed. They all stepped up.
Now, listen, you were beaten by the 2 strongest teams in the league last time we saw you. What's it going to take for you guys to be number 1?
Honestly, we just have to play our game. I think that, you know, there's going to be some like jitters for the new guys sometimes. You know, you hope there isn't, but of course there is, playing on a stage like this with a crowd like this. But, you know, it just comes with experience. I think that we need to get some more reps under our belt, keep getting some officials under our belt, and I think once we get some, you know, matches underway, I think we'll be all right.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me, Clayser, for the instant reaction presented by PlayStation. He has got some fans here in London. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have got the Huntsmen versus the Gorillas. Don't miss it.